when did you decide, because you started out doing Metallica covers, then there's the second album was mostly covers, I believe. But then the band started writing their own material. And with the record label didn't really like this. How did this feel for you? Did you want to go do your own thing as well?
You know, for us it was really cool to play cover songs, and it's still really cool to play the cover songs in the live shows. So, but we made already 2 albums with the cover songs, so it felt so that it's like doing that once again. There's nothing new, nothing fresh anymore. So we really got to do something which is different. And I would say if we would choose that way to do one more cover album, we would not stay here now.
So basically to keep things interesting.
Yeah, and especially for us, ourselves.
And what did it change musically? How is the approach different when you learn a song that somebody else has written, opposed to a song that Eicca has written or you write together?
Of course, it's if we have some cover song, of course we make an arrangement. Depends. Sometimes we just block the song and everybody. Nowadays we just block the song and everybody knows. We have like a roles that Perttu is normally doing the solo part, the melody, and Eicca is mostly doing the riffs, and I'm doing the bass lines. So it's pretty easy. But those days, Eicca normally made the arrangement and write the paper sheet music, and the working process has been changed during these years.
It's just more collaborative. Everybody.
Yes, helps. Yeah. But of course, nowadays, for example, when we do the songs, and for example, if Eicca composed the song or Perttu composed the song, they have already ideas how to share the different parts.
Right. And in a similar sense, you talked about keeping things fresh, keeping things interesting. Was it the same idea when you started using guest vocalists? Just to keep things evolving in a sense?
Yes. Personally, I don't care too much about the lyrics. I've lived with the instrumental music, so the lyrics does not mean too much for me. Now, last years I have been trying to go deeper to the meaning of the words, and I know that for many people the lyrics are the main thing in the music, and the rest is just a marginal. But yeah.
Has it always been like that? Even when you were younger and would listen to something like Pink Floyd or something, it was always the music?
I didn't. Yeah, the music. No, lyrics was not important for me. So, yeah, but of course, yeah. You asked why we did these singing cooperations. It was. It was one way to spread our possibilities to create different kind of music, and so that the style range is wider.
But yeah, of course, you can do more, but I can imagine it also brings more problems.
Of course, yeah, it's more complicated. You know, it's a big hassle to ask somebody to visit, collaborate to the album. It's a logistical nightmare. But luckily we have the manager to help us, and we can put with all the difficult work to him.
But in terms of touring, then is it difficult, because obviously you can't get usually the original singer?
We have been touring last 6 years, so that we have own touring singer touring with us. Tippett Johnson, he has been really good replacement for all the visitors. So he has done those songs. But basically, the shows has been like instrumental songs, and then there's maybe 4 singing songs. And many times it happens so that if we play instrumental versions of those songs, the audience is singing.
Okay.
Yeah. If we play Nothing Else Matters, I bet audience is always singing that song with us, and so it's really like a interactive, good feeling. And it's actually a really nice thing that people and the audience will take part to the to the performance, because we can feel that we are all together and we create the mood and the magic of music together.
Well, was it then good for you to, when the Wagner Reloaded project came up, because it's all instrumental, and what was your reaction when you heard about it?
I think that was really interesting idea and project. I will definitely call this like a project, because this we already started to do new studio album, and it will be like a rock album, or never know what will end up to the album CD, but this was like a project, and it's a lot of fun, interesting things. Sort of way the dancers are telling the story with their dancing, so there is kind of lyrics. So yeah.
Okay. So that's what you see as the dancers are basically the voice?
Yes.
Okay. And then had you been listening to a lot of, were you very familiar with Wagner?
I have been playing Wagner in Finnish National Opera. Okay. I was working there for a couple of years, and I got some possibility to play Wagner operas over there, and I wasn't that big fan of Wagner's music. Of course, I knew that because I'm master of music, graduated from Sibelius Academy, so everybody got the history and the music, but that Wagner didn't open to me before, until I got the chance to play that myself, and so.
Yeah, did your opinion change?
Yeah, it changed a lot, because then I was like, my eyes were opened, and that, oh wow, now I understand. Because Wagner operas, they last for 4.5 hours, 5 hours, but their time, how do you call it? It's time perspective is different comparing the other music. So everything is like a spread, right? And it's long lasting orgasm. And
final question. You've started writing. You mentioned it already. For the new record. Yeah. Can you tell us anything? How far along are you?
We are really on the starting position. We are ready to run. There is some ideas, some scratches of the songs. We'll go to the studio maybe April, May.
And
it will. I'm sure it will be. We have common feeling that it should be like a band album, and because we have not done this Wagner Reloaded project with the dancers and symphony orchestra. We will have another tour in March next winter with the Avanti Symphony Orchestra, which will be Apocalyptica songs with a symphony orchestra, and after all these projects, we want to have like a band album.
Time for yourself.
Yes, coming back to the heart of the Apocalyptica.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Yeah.